Bienvenue à Temple Bar, quartier mythique au cœur de la capitale irlandaise, Dublin. Alors je ne suis pas ici pour parler de bière ou de folklore, mais bien d'une crise, une crise sans précédent, la crise du logement qui s'abat sur tout le pays. Cette crise touche particulièrement les jeunes actifs qui, sans logement, se retrouvent sans perspective d'avenir ici. Certains ont dû retourner chez leurs parents, d'autres ont quitté le pays ou envisagent de le faire. Alors pour Witness, je suis parti à la rencontre de cette génération qui se dit sacrifiée.
This is my childhood bedroom that I am now back living in again.
The impact of the housing crisis is a generation who are being forced to emigrate again from Ireland.
It's really difficult being further away from home, but you know, at least I have a quality of life here that I wouldn't be able to get in Ireland at the moment.
Dublin, capitale et symbole d'une Irlande en crise. Les loyers, comme partout dans le pays, ont été multipliés par 2 en 10 ans. Les prix de l'immobilier ont suivi cette même tendance, atteignant des montants records. Les salaires minimums, quant à eux, n'ont augmenté que de 13% depuis 2011. Avec une inflation qui suit le contexte international, cette situation pousse les plus vulnérables vers le sans-abrisme et oblige les revenus modestes à faire des choix entre se nourrir, se soigner ou se loger. Une génération subit cette crise de plein fouet, les milléniaux. Trop jeunes pour acheter il y a 10 ans, ils n'ont pas assez de revenus aujourd'hui face à la crise pour vivre confortablement. Depuis 2010, le nombre de jeunes propriétaires a baissé considérablement, passant de 60% des 25-34 ans à seulement 27% actuellement. Pour comprendre l'impact de cette situation sur le quotidien des jeunes Irlandais, je me rends à Waterford, une petite ville côtière au sud-est du pays. J'y rencontre Sinead Hélène. Elle a vécu pendant 10 ans à Dublin, mais a été forcée de revenir vivre chez ses parents suite à une séparation il y a 4 ans. À 33 ans, et malgré de bons revenus, il lui est impossible de trouver un logement à louer, et encore moins d'acheter un bien.
So this is my parents' home then in Waterford that I'm now currently living in. Come on, Mel. And then this is my childhood bedroom that I am now back living in again. Yeah, so this is essentially the bed that I've had since I was a child, and I've been in this room since I was 5 or 6, I think. Since I've come home, I've really had to re-establish my view of what my future is, because what I had planned or what I had hoped for does not seem as accessible now. When you're in your mid-30s and, you do think about those aspects of your future, meeting someone, having a family, it's very difficult to do that when you're under your parents' roof. I am lucky that I was able to come back to my parents' home, but at the end of the day, it's their home. It's not my home, and then moving back into my childhood home, or into my childhood bedroom, that is a very bizarre mentality to reach back into. And that room is kind of, the last memories I have of my bedroom was sitting the leaving cert when I was in 6th year. And that was all about getting to college, getting your degree, moving out from home and living that life that you wanted for yourself. And now I'm back in that bedroom, and it's a really odd mind space to be in,
La solution pour Sinead Hélène serait alors l'émigration. Cet été, elle tentera sa chance à Berlin pour voir s'il est possible de s'y installer et de démarrer une nouvelle vie.
The reason I'm definitely looking towards immigration is because I want to have some resemblance of a personal life and a family life. I don't want to wake up someday and I'm in my 40s and I'm possibly still in my childhood bedroom, and I've not had the chance to experience what it was I wanted from life.
Avant de repartir, Sinead Hélène me présente une de ses amies, Marie-Jeanne, 37 ans. Ne pouvant ni acheter une maison, ni louer à un prix abordable, elle a décidé d'investir dans un bateau et d'y vivre.
Well, welcome. This is my home. It's very small, but it works for me and my dog. So a couple of years back, I was trying to find a place to live. I had been staying with my parents as I'd had back surgery, and my recovery had gotten to the point where I could go live on my own again. And when I looked for places in Waterford and in Ireland generally, I couldn't afford very much. So one day over a glass of wine, myself and my friend thought it would be hilarious if I bought a boat. And then the next day I thought it might not be such a bad idea, and I spent about 2 years looking and trying to find a boat within my budget, because I had a very small budget. And one day I found a boat in Scotland and I bought it for half nothing. Yeah, this lifestyle and this way of living is incredibly cheap compared to like the astronomical pricing that there is on renting and housing here. Like, it's impossible to buy a house. I can't even, consider buying a house. However, buying a boat would be so much easier.
Les jeunes subissent et s'adaptent comme ils le peuvent à une vie toujours plus chère.
Okay.
Selon une récente étude de l'Office des statistiques de l'Union européenne, Eurostat, l'Irlande était, en 2022, le pays où les dépenses des ménages en biens et services étaient les plus élevées. En d'autres termes, l'Irlande est le pays européen où la vie est la plus chère. Tous les gens que j'ai rencontrés m'ont dit qu'historiquement, les gouvernements en place n'ont rien fait pour remédier à cette situation, favorisant ainsi le statu quo. J'ai voulu avoir une réponse des autorités irlandaises, mais personne n'a donné suite à mes sollicitations. Les locataires ne possèdent quasi aucune protection. Ainsi, jouant sur une demande largement supérieure à l'offre, les fonds d'investissement et multipropriétaires de logements peuvent facilement expulser leurs occupants pour maximiser leurs profits. Le nombre d'expulsions dépasse actuellement le record établi lors de la grande famine irlandaise au milieu du 19e siècle. Le pays est au quasi plein emploi, mais l'inaction du gouvernement est largement décriée. Rory Hearn, maître de conférences en politique sociale à l'université de Maynooth, pointe dans ses ouvrages les différentes décisions qui ont conduit à cette situation et aborde les solutions possibles.
So it's been a case of the property classes protecting their wealth ahead of the younger generations. This has been going on since the financial crash in 2008. And every decision they made, and over the last 6 to 8 years, I, myself and others, have been saying they should control rents, they should cap them, they should put in place protections for tenants, but they refused over and over because they said, oh, well, that would deter investment. That would deter landlords. That would mean they wouldn't remain as investing. In the last 2 or 3 years, we're seeing once again an increase in the number of young people who are deciding not to stay and live in Ireland, but to leave permanently. And these are people who have been educated, who have degrees. We are starting to see birth rates amongst younger people falling because clearly, to have children and people feel secure, they want a secure home and they want to be able to see that they can have a secure home in the future. At the moment, young people can't see that. We need to see a major intervention by government. We need emergency solutions. And I think that, for example, it should put it back in place, the ban on evictions to protect tenants so they can't be evicted when a landlord is selling their property. I think rents need to be reduced. They need to find ways that they can reduce rents. They're too expensive. And they need to do things like, I think, setting up a public home building agency, a national home building company. I think housing has to be put into our constitution as a human right. There is a huge trauma happening in Ireland because of the housing crisis, and it will have decades-long impacts.
L'Irlande subit une nouvelle vague d'émigration, et avec elle, c'est l'identité du pays qui se perd. Et comme Sinead Hélène précédemment dans ce reportage, près de 60% des 18-29 ans envisagent de s'expatrier, avec pour raison principale le coût de la vie et surtout du logement. L'Europe continentale reste la destination privilégiée, mais des pays anglophones comme le Canada ou l'Australie offrent aussi de nouvelles perspectives à ces jeunes Irlandais. C'est à Bruxelles que Connor a posé ses valises. Après un stage en Belgique, il a compris que sa qualité de vie serait meilleure en dehors de l'Irlande. Installé dans la capitale européenne depuis 2021, il n'envisage pas de rentrer pour le moment.
I really miss Ireland. Like it's I would love to be there a lot more often than I am. Like, I currently only go home about 3 times a year if I even get home that much. So it's like a complicated issue of like, do you want to live life or do you want to kind of be at home for, family reasons or like just in terms of being there? And yeah, but like it's a big thing, and I think everything is tied to the housing crisis. And things seem a lot more affordable here, especially in terms of rent. Like, I pay, not that much in comparison to what I'd be paying in Dublin, for example. And the housing is of better quality as well. Like, landlords take better care of it. There's better rights around tenancies here. As a young person, that's heartbreaking, but also like I can see how life is on the other side. Life isn't always the best here either. There's obviously difficulties here too, and it's really difficult being further away from home. But at least I have a quality of life here that I wouldn't be able to get in Ireland at the moment.